Welcome back, everyone, to the Anime Degens. This is episode 183. I am joined here with Tyler, and we also have a special guest today,
Who?
Syko.
Oh,
Syko.
Hi.
Yes. How you guys doing today?
It's good to have you back. So
I'm doing all right. I'm chilling. I'm ready to talk One Piece. I'm so ready.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Tyler, how are you doing today?
well, it is a wonderful day in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. But
Okay.
speaking of that, I just got back from Chicago, and I had a good time up there with the 950 Club. We actually got to see like a lot of cool cosplays this time. I didn't take no pictures. I didn't have Terry with me. Terry was the picture guy. So but like there was some really
Gotcha.
cool One Piece, people up there. I didn't get his autograph, but Sanji was up there. What's his name? Eric Bell, I think his name is.
The voice actor?
Yeah. So Sanji,
Oh!
so the voice actor for Sanji and Usopp was up there. Rob Coletti was up there. Um, I'm trying to remember who else might have been up there. I think that was it though. Like so, three One Piece people was up there. I wasn't able to get any of their autographs or pictures or anything like that. So it was
Oh.
unfortunate, but maybe
That
next
is
time.
unfortunate.
Yeah,
If
next time for sure.
but what's his name? No, I'm Zoro's voice actor. Chris.
Chris.
Chris who?
Yeah. Sabat?
Sabbath. He was supposed to be there. He was supposed to be there, and something happened, and he had to cancel or some shit. I was so excited because I thought I was gonna be able to, get a picture and stuff with him because like
Finally meet him.
man, he's a legend. Like not just Zoro, like literally
I was gonna say, didn't
so
he do
many
like
people.
Vegeta and so many other ones too?
I don't know about Vegeta, but he done like Yami.
Piccolo, I think it was.
Yeah,
No, he
like
does.
I thought he did Vegeta too.
I think he does Vegeta.
he might.
I'm pretty sure he
like,
does Vegeta. Yeah.
literally Chris
The
Sabat
man
is
is a
like a
voice of a
legend.
generation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like so if you had to pick one English voice actor that was like the representation of like English voice acting, like shonen English voice acting,
America's childhood in the 90s.
it would be Chris Sabat. So, and I was so excited to meet him. I was gonna stand 2 hours in line if I had to, but he didn't show up. So, but I did get to see Supernatural. I didn't get their autographs because it was like $180 a piece. Or that's just autograph.
Sam and Dean were there.
Not Dean because I would have paid that if it was Dean. But Sam was there. Sam, Bobby, and Crowley, and Lucifer. So I actually went to a panel that has Sam and Crowley, and if I could have found Crowley, like I could not find his autograph section and picture section, I would have paid for him. I think his was like only $100 a piece, and I would have paid for him because I love Crowley. Crowley's like my second favorite person on Supernatural. So, but the reason why I'm bringing that up, I know Psycho's a fan of Supernatural, so
I've actually been rewatching it lately.
He has been rewatching
it. So, yeah. But I'm a fan too. So I was hoping to get some pictures of them, but then I seen the price. I was like, I'm gonna have to pay $400 for autograph and pictures for just one person. What? I don't think I had that money. So, but yeah, it was a fun time though. So yeah, sorry I got sidetracked.
It sounds like a blast.
It's cool. Yeah, you had fun. That's the important thing.
Yeah. So me and Sako was actually talking. He's gonna. I think I convinced him to try to come up there to ASIN next year. So,
but, he mentioned it's really close. So
yeah, really close.
Yeah, for you.
Might have to make an adventure.
Maybe I tempt him to say, "Hey, I'll buy your ASIN tickets if you come over here, Psycho." Look at it.
He's ready. He's ready.
We might have to do that.
Psycho would have a field day. Like literally, there's so many One Piece like cosplays, and like it's so great.
He'd be like a puppy dog, dude.
Yeah,
I was talking about I'm gonna have to do long hair bearded Zoro.
Yeah.
That's what
So he literally had the puppy dog eyes, just going around looking at everybody. So
I would.
Awesome. Well, today's topic, guys, is a One Piece journey with our friend Syko. He is finally caught up in the anime, so we wanted to talk to him, see how his journey went, figure out a few things and stuff like that along the way as well. So we're going to be doing a lot of chatting about One Piece here. But before we get into any of that, you guys got to check out linktree.com/anime degens. Okay. If you go there, you get to see all sorts of cool links. It'll take you not only to our Discord, so you can chat with Tyler and see how his journey was, or how his trip was to Chicago. But then you can also chat with everyone else too about all the latest shows and stuff like that. You also can get access to all our other socials as well, such as our X, Instagram, Blue Sky, stuff like that. You can talk to
Yeah.
Tyler on all of those.
Yeah, and the cool thing is that when you go to any of those, you can actually see what slice of life show or romance show that I'm calling peak this season. So every season I'm calling one of them peak, and you won't miss out on that anymore. So go check it out.
Yes. Linktree.com/anime degens. Um, so let's get into the real reason why we're here. We all want to talk about it.
Fishing.
I
No,
like fishing.
Oh.
Oh.
I know you do, but no, don't do
We're gonna fish in a Grand Line. We're gonna be Sanji today.
Yeah, we're fishing in the Grand Line.
I'm actually gonna name it that.
Heck yeah, I'm
Fishing
okay
in
with
the
that.
Grand Line with Syko.
Catching some sea kings.
I'm okay with that.
The all blue.
Syko, what made you want to start watching Goat Piece?
I mean, honestly, I'd seen all the other like atypical animes that were out, and I just always avoided One Piece because I felt like it had been overhyped all these years. But then I finally got convinced to get into it. I started watching it, and I realized that I was just mistaken on the overhype, and that it was literally just that good, and that people were just talking sense to me, and I was missing out for all these years. It's been really great to re-catch up and watching the timeline pass, like when these seasons came out versus when I'm watching them, and then slowly coming to where the convergence of what time we actually are and when One Piece episodes are coming out. It's just been it's insane to think about, like how other people have been experiencing this slow build, and I just got this like right up to the line, and I'm now with everybody in the waiting line every week.
Yeah. See, the crazy thing is like, I feel like most people have the same thought process. Like they're either thinking along the lines of like, oh, it's just overhyped. It's not that, it can't be that good. Like
It's so
there's no
good.
way it's that good. They're just biased. They're just, overhyping it because, their stands or whatever. Or it's like, it's way too long or whatever. Like that's the two things. Or like it's so overhyped and popular that I'm just gonna hate it and just not watch it because it's that. And I'm just like, you're all wrong.
Anyone that
You
says
gotta
it's too
start it.
long is definitely wrong. I was explaining it to a friend. It You
It's too
watch like
short.
two I was going to say you watch like 2 hours of TV a day. That's 6 episodes of One Piece. At that time frame, if you watch every single day, that's about 170 days ish to get current. That's it.
Half a year.
That's it.
Listen,
That's
Sco-
nothing.
Half a
That's
year.
nothing.
ask Goofy how long it took her to watch One Piece. It was
It's
less than that.
I took my time and mine was right around that 170. I took my time and it was around
Yeah.
170 days. So I mean, it's so easy to catch up. So easy. And
I I wish
and
I
I've
knew off
heard
the top of
really
my
good
head
thing
how
about that
long it
One
took.
Pace.
Huh?
I've heard really good things about that One Pace thing too. So if you're really wanting to catch up, you might be able to a little more close to
Yeah.
current with the One Piece. I don't know how it is. I haven't watched it myself, but I have been hearing really good things from people that have watched One Piece
So
as
I
well.
guess I
So
guess my thoughts on One Piece is like if that's the only way possible to get you to watch it, like I
to
guess
catch
I'm
up.
okay with
That's what I
it.
mean.
But the thing is, I feel like that once you start watching One Piece, I feel like you're gonna fall in love with One Piece, and then you're gonna regret actually watching One Piece because then you won't get the full experience. Because like a lot of the small details that Oda puts into
Come
there,
from those.
yeah, they come from that. And like if you really love a property, a series like we do One Piece, like you're wanting to see all of that, and like I feel like it's hard to go back and watch all those episodes again. And if you was
Because
watching
you
One Piece to begin with,
yeah,
um, and like you just won't never get to see. It's like the people that's watching the anime only and have never picked up the manga, and you're missing all the SBSs and cover stories. It's like they don't know. Like nobody, like the anime onlys don't know about that stuff, but like they're
the cover
missing a whole
stories have been a
different,
little bonus of the manga for
yeah,
sure.
like it's like more content of the thing that you enjoy. So like that's my thing with One Piece. I think it's okay. I just think that if you
That's
really
kind
enjoy
of
One
yeah.
Piece, that you will regret watching One Piece and not One Piece. So, but
I agree. I was just more meaning like because I know some people are just like that's so many
it's too
episodes.
long,
I don't
yeah.
think I'll ever watch all them
Or the
episodes to
pacing's
catch back up.
bad, right?
Yeah,
So
and I know that some people are gonna be rebellious and probably even still say that One Piece would be too long too. So
yeah, I
you
mean,
just can't win it all.
you can't help those people because they're not willing to try. Like, but if they ever did try, like
They
they
would
would be
love
in the
it.
same boat as us. So
Oh, I know my
But
son's
that's
addicted too.
that's one of those things too, right? You just gotta give them time to like really get
realize,
interested
yeah.
into it, right? Which it does want to actually kind of sidetrack to another little topic on this one here, right? Uh, like, what really kept you the most interested in continuing to watch One Piece, Psycho? Right? Like, it's one thing to want to watch a show. It's one thing to want to be current and stuff like that, but to do it for a show this long, right? There's obviously parts of it that elevate the experience that much more. What were those moments that really kept you interested in One Piece that really drove the desire to like, okay, I need to keep watching this. I need to see what happens next. I need the next spoiler, the next tip, the next cliffhanger.
I
Oh,
cannot stop pressing the next button. Why?
not not only is the show so great at having a perfect antagonist at every arc, but not only that, the characters are going through such like building up of themselves, their confidences, fighting their weaknesses, like reinforcing their teamwork together, like building relationships amongst the crew. Like every single arc has so many different in-depth portions in that way. And it just at every moment you're on the edge of your seat wanting to know something about this grouping, something about this person's skills, something about this person's backstory. The antagonist has ties with this person. How the hell does that happen? Like it's just always flowing in that way and you're always guessing. And then not only are you guessing, but you're getting these subtle little confirmations here and there that your cues are right. And then sometimes Oda's like, left field. You're not even close, buddy.
It's
And then
like gotcha ass.
other times he's like, hey brother, you were actually right on the ball. Here you go. Here's a nice little cake, a little prize for you. There's your nice little subtle finish to your arc that you've been waiting for. And like it's always like that. You're just constantly waiting for that next thing. Whether and I will say that sometimes you get hit with a nice little freaking wrench in your heart or a wrench in your gut, or sometimes you're just bawling your freaking eyes out for 4 or 5 episodes. Oh my goodness, there were so many tearjerkers that had me going that you want to watch more, but you're like, I don't want to watch more because this is it's so sad. It's so devastatingly sad, but I want to know what's happening so I can like resolve these feelings. Like it's every bit of it. Dude, you feel everything watching One Piece. Everything. Not even a joke.
Yeah. So when people like first start watching One Piece, they're like, "Oh yeah, this show is just like about a goofy boy or whatever that trying to obtain his dream or whatever, and it's just gonna be
He
a
was just a little kid
happy-go-lucky
then.
adventure or whatever." And I'm just like, "Oh boy,
He was just a
you
little
don't
kid
know."
then. You don't know. He grows
you
up
get to
fast.
Arlong Park, and man, that script flips fast.
But like Syko
yeah.
said, you literally One Piece literally makes you feel every kind of emotion imaginable, and sometimes all of them at once. So it's just like a experience that you can only get if you watch One Piece. So
Actual.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I don't think that there's many shows that I've rewatched an episode and had to stop myself from choking up from, because my God, the message that they send in this is very, very powerful.
One Piece definitely has those moments.
Yes.
Not just one or two. Like it's multiple handfuls of them too.
Yeah.
Yep. But now I do have one other question, right?
Yes.
And it happened to me with Fishman Island. I abhor Fishman Island with a passion. It is the bane of my One Piece journey. It is such a fucking slog fest. I didn't even bother watching the remake because I don't give two fucks about it. I just hate it that much, right? Was there anything that bugged or annoyed you during your watch through? Was there a point that was so low that you were almost like, all right, I'm just not even going to bother watching this?
Oh my goodness. I'll be real. I started watching Punk Hazard and the
Punk
arc
Hazard, same bro.
this arc, I went into it and I was so pumped. I'm like, they got here. I'm so ready to see this. The island description is so great. Fire and ice, all sorts of scientific stuff. It's a Vegapunk laboratory. I'm so excited to see all this stuff. And it was the longest, most drawn out, most boring arc I've ever watched in my entire life. I literally quit watching One Piece for almost a month. Just
Same.
stopped watching because I literally could not focus. I'd turn on an episode and stop. I watched one episode probably like 15 times before I finally got through it. It was so bad. And then I finally just was like, no, we need to drill right down. We need to get through this crap. I can't deal with it anymore. We need to just watch it. And so I literally just plugged through and I sat there with a friend of mine watching it and I was like, you gotta please help me watch this. I can't do it. It's so bad. It wasn't bad. It was great storytelling. It was just the pacing was so awful.
I also feel like it's hurt from like you just experiencing like a lot of high intense peak like storytelling in like the previous arcs, and I say arcs because there was a lot of good arcs right there before it, and then you hit Punk Hazard and you're just like, will we keep
slow.
going? And like the only good thing in my opinion that comes out of Punk Hazard is Law. So like we actually get an in-depth look at Law. So
I will say I see why you simp for Mr. Trafalgar D. Waterlaw. I see why. As of current now, I definitely see why. He's the man. He's pretty good. Yes.
Well, he's my man right here.
He's also he's also an excellent swordsman. He can be also a pretty beautiful lady.
What do you do? I want to do what he was doing. I need to get a figure of that, honestly. He's like, what if we make one of the most popular guys in One Piece into a beautiful lady? You was cooking, Oda.
Everybody
We know.
wins. Everybody wins.
It's true. It's true.
Where's Sanji at when you need him? We needed him to simp over him. What
His
kind of
nose is
amazing
bleeding.
fan art? We would have some amazing fan art right there.
No, we don't need that. That's the last thing that we need.
It would almost be
Oh,
as bad
God.
as when he was in the hot springs when Yamato joined them in the men's
Oh,
hot
God.
spring. It'll be that bad.
Sanji be barking like a dog.
All right. So, Psycho, I know it's happened to you most recently. So you haven't really experienced too much of it, but almost everyone, it happens to everyone pretty much, right? You watch almost all of your entire experience in English, and then you get hit with the language barrier.
Oh,
How was it for you making
so
that switch?
it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I already do prefer to watch subtitled shows. So I'm used to reading while watching. The problem is I'm not used to having to read while watch. So I'll go to do something else and then I got to skip back 10 seconds and then I got to do something else and then I got to skip tab back. I don't speak Japanese. So they start ripping out in Japanese. The only thing I can speak in Japanese is the intro and I know I'm saying every word wrong. I know I am.
Hey, don't forget, you also know what Nani is.
Oh yeah.
Nani.
Every time they say Nani, I'm like, Nani? I can't help it.
Every time. He's not even exaggerating. Every single time.
I can't help it. It's like a little tick or something. I love it. It's beautiful. It's so enjoyable. Like I do enjoy finally getting to hear the Japanese voice actors though. I've been hearing so much good things about these Japanese voice actors, and I will say the voices of each of the characters for Japanese fits the characters so well. So well. They're all right on point. Frankie's voice though, S tier. Whoever does Frankie's Japanese voice.
No, he didn't get to
doesn't know
experience
yet.
it, Nom.
He doesn't know.
Don't you tell me.
So
Anything
it's
bad.
actually
I
a
don't
new
wanna know.
voice actor, and he's actually not as good as the old one.
No, so you're telling me I like the guy who's only mid?
Hang on. I wouldn't say that he's mid, right?
He's good, but he's not as good.
So you're saying like an A versus an A plus?
I would say it's weird, right? Hang on. They're both A's, right? The thing is that the old voice actor wouldn't be able to keep up with how Frankie is going to continue to evolve and develop throughout the show. So they had to go with someone's younger. But I will say that there is still time, and I bet you that he's been working on his super in the meantime. He's probably been working with the old voice actor to nail it, because
I like the new voice actor. I didn't hear the old one, so luckily I'm biased.
I want you to go to Water 7, Psycho, and watch some Water 7 subbed and just see the difference, kind of, just so you can know, because like
it's funny you
Frankie.
say Water 7. That's where my son is finally getting to. He's just finishing up Water 7 right now.
I wonder if we can actually Nom, we need to find that YouTube panel thing where they announced the new voice actor, and he was showing him how to do it, you know what I mean? That way Psycho can see that process that we got to see when we first got introduced to what's his name? I don't even remember his name. But yeah, that way he knows kind of what we're talking about without having to actually go watch a bunch of episodes to actually get, the authentic Frankie experience. So
I'm sad that it's a different voice actor. Like, not sad for like that it's different. Just like I wish that I got to experience the original Frankie now. Like I guess
Yeah.
that's
Well, I
all.
mean, we understand like why he had to step away. He's all a lot of the One Piece cast they are getting older.
I
Like
did see
even
a
Luffy's
panel
voice
about some of
actor.
them getting older. She's
Yeah,
getting older, yeah.
yeah. So like when they did the One Piece remake, they wanted to recast all the old One Piece people, and like she didn't actually want to do it. She was like, I can't commit to a remake of One Piece or whatever, right? And because like I'm getting older, so like it's interesting to see all that, because they are getting older, and like it's harder to put out the care and love that you need to put out, the effort when you're aging. So but yeah, we'll send you that. I'll find it for you, Psycho. That way you can experience the difference, or whatever.
Yep.
At least see the authentic Frankie supers. So
I do like the Japanese voice actors though. They're all phenomenal.
yeah.
Like the English ones are great too. Like don't get me
Yeah, they're
wrong.
perfect. All of them's perfect,
They
honestly.
all fit. I really, really, I know that there's a lot of controversy, and this might upset either one half or the other half, but Sanji's voice actor, his voice is grating to my ears. I don't like
Which one?
Sanji's
Dubbed?
Japanese voice
Oh,
the
it's
Japanese.
Japanese. Oh yeah.
I don't like. I feel like the American voice actor fits Sanji's character. And not that the Japanese one doesn't, but it's he feels a lot more perverted
Yeah, it's because
as
he is.
Japanese guy. I know
Yeah.
that, and like, but it feels like in the like American voice actor spirit, it feels like lighthearted pervertedness, and the other one feels a bit on the aggressive pervertedness
Well,
side.
so one fun thing to mention too is like Sanji's voice actor, Japanese voice actor, he's actually really good friends with Oda. And the reason why, like one of the cool things to know about this is like in Fishman Island where Sanji almost died of a nosebleed. It was because of a in apparently it was because of like a real life situation that happened between Oda and Sanji's voice actor when they was together or something like that. Oda was getting him back. And so he decided to do that in Fishman Island to get him back.
That's hilarious.
So yeah.
Fuck yeah, it's awesome.
That's
So yeah.
hilarious.
I love that. But
Awesome.
Little lore behind it.
but one
Well,
of one
that's
of
all. Oh,
one
go
of the
ahead.
hardest things that I, me myself personally, experienced when I had to make that switch so psycho was trying to relearn the characters because like after 900 episodes of hearing the same thing, like you can have your head turn and like you can hear a voice and you're just like, oh, that's Sanji, oh, that's Zoro, oh, that's Law, right? And then when
Yep.
you start hearing the Japanese, you're just like, who's talking right now?
Who
And it's
is
kind of
that?
hard. Yeah, it's kind of hard to make that switch when you're that deep because like you don't get introduced to them gradually, like you're just like somebody's talking and I don't know who's talking right now all of a sudden and there's a battle going on. It's like who's actually talking right now? So and I know that's an issue because I had that issue. I because
That's
I
valid.
when I made my switch, I was in the middle of Wano. Right when I was like into what was they calling it at the time? Roof piece, I think. Yeah, roof piece. So that was the
Yeah, when
nickname.
it
You
was
missed
just
it,
stuck up
Psycho.
there.
But we was on roof piece. That's what we dubbed it, roof piece. Because we was on the roof for over a year. So yeah.
Yeah. On the roof for over a year.
I mean, we
That's
was.
a
I
that's
mean,
a
for
I know
you,
that's a crazy way to put it because I was through it in like a week and you guys were on
exactly.
there for a year. Like that's the
Yeah.
part that I'm talking about, like the angle of conversion from like the timeline of me watching it versus like when it actually happened is such an insane convergence rate. Like it's crazy.
Hell, it might have been more than a year. How long was it?
It was
On
like
two?
it was like a year and a half, maybe like closer to 2 years.
Yeah, like
Was
we was
wasn't there
literally
a
on the
break there
roof.
though too?
No, that was when. So at the end of Wano, we started having a little bit of breaks, but but it was still roof piece at that time. So, but like for the
No,
most
didn't
part,
they?
it aired like pretty consistently
No, I
during
thought
that
there was a
time.
6 month break in there.
Yeah, well, at the end of that, yeah. So
Dang.
at the very end of
No,
Wano, they started doing that shit.
I
So
thought it was like 10, 13, like 10, 12, 10, 13 ish or something like that. They took like a 6 month break so that way they could update the anime for Wano.
yeah, that's the end though. That's the end of that's like pretty
So that way
close to
they
the end
could
of Wano.
that
So
way they could do like all the cool
yeah,
shit
yeah.
really,
That
really
way they could
cool.
use the like free flowing this anime design or animation or whatever that we got when Gear 5 and
For
stuff.
Wano, yeah.
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 So
Um Speaking of Wano though, I want to get into one of our next topics, which is not going to focus necessarily on Wano unless you decide it is. What was your favorite arc?
I mean, Wano was pretty good. I would have to say, honestly, if I were to put them on the scales and weigh them up, I would have to say that Dressrosa and Wano are both literally flatlining on the scales together as favorite arcs. Dressrosa because the comparison of that island's habitation, the balance of it to the entirety of the world of One Piece balance in the scale of it. It's literally like a miniaturized puppet version in the same way that you get later on in Elbaph, like a miniaturized puppet version. Like it just feels like you get a world scaling, but in just Dressrosa. There's so many similarities between what he's doing there. The only focus is he was really just wanting to be in control of his own little economy there, and that black market was his downfall. But like all of what the crew went through, all of what the people went through, all of the things that went on in Dressrosa were top tier. But then Wano, you go through all the layers, new characters, the swords, the people, the history,
the culture.
the culture. It's such, like I said, they're so good in their own respects.
Two
They're both
Yonkos.
yes. I just not only that, you get to see legendary fruits, you get to see devil fruits from their original users, you get to see like because the berry fruit before it was Bartolomeo's, like the what was the one that the lady could transform her face, right? Didn't someone get that fruit too?
They transform her face. Yeah. You talking about that? No.
She was the older lady that pretended to be Odin a couple times, protected by the old man who had the berry fruit. They were like a little traveling couple, and they were working with the purple-haired evil people. I can never remember the name of the family.
You're getting
The
in Nom
Kazuki clan?
territory right here because my
What?
memory's bad.
I think you're talking about the Kazuki clan.
Yes, thank you. The Kazuki clan. But I can't remember his name.
I can't remember, like I know who you're talking about, but I don't
She can
remember their names
transform
because
herself. Yeah.
they were like minor-esque characters.
Well, yeah, but it was just nice seeing the fruits like from their original thing and how they played that all out, how they basically like shystered Odin from within, but yet he just like played subtle king about it, eh, and took him down still, even though they had all the power against him. He just played their game so well back at him. And then like, I don't know, Kaido was evil. Kaido did terrible evil things. But like that Kazuki dude, the purple haired dude, the dragon guy, he was beyond evil. So beyond evil. Disgustingly evil. But I as far as like favorite arc though, like I said, they're both so, I don't know. You get all of the depth of Wano arc. And when I say Wano, I'm not counting Onigashima as Wano. Onigashima is its own thing,
Really? Okay.
even though it's part of Wano. I fully agree that it is part of Wano, but it's like its own chapter of Wano. Like the whole thing is its own section.
So
It
Roof
can't be
Piece, you're not
counted.
counting Roof Piece.
No, that's its own little demon that can stay over there. I like that. It was fun, but like I liked it at my pace, not what you guys had to feel it at. Like 100%. If I would have had to feel it at your guys' pace, I think that would have been another Punk Hazard, and I'd have been fighting to watch it. I
We
would have
wouldn't
been.
have to fight very hard because you literally only have one episode a week.
That's very hard. That's very hard. I would have to be willing to watch that episode though.
No,
That's
I'd drag you into a Discord channel and we would watch it.
But
Like I do already.
I love though that your favorites are Dressrosa and Wano though, because like that's two of my favorites too. It's hard to decide because Dressrosa, like you get to meet like I said, I'm a big fan of Law, and Law is a big part of Dressrosa, and this is when like also when Luffy like has to go, you know, above and beyond and like, you know, branch out even more because he can't get his shit done, you know, um like there's just a lot of happen. Like Dressrosa is such a big arc, and then you got Dofi too, Doflamingo, which is one of the best characters of One Piece in my opinion. So
I was just
uh
gonna say he's definitely in the list of villains that they've surmounted. Doflamingo is definitely top two for sure for me. Like
mhm.
I feel like as far as like what they all had to overcome, that like Kaido definitely has to be that like number one boss that they've surmounted already. Like that has to be.
He was put up there on a pedestal, you know what I mean? He was like, you
It,
know, hey, this is the dude, you
he's
know.
the big baddie. Like you
Yeah.
can't kill him. Like you can't. And then
He's been trying to die and nobody can give
exactly,
him what he
no, he can't
wants.
even kill himself. Like yeah, it's so crazy. And then like they beat him. They
Mhm.
beat King. They beat Queen. They beat everyone.
They had to go plus ultra.
Yeah, like it's just
He doesn't get that.
what is plus ultra?
It's
My
Chris
Hero
Sabat. It's
Academia.
Chris Sabat, baby.
Oh
Go
no,
beyond plus ultra.
no.
Hit the
You'll maybe get to
pose.
see that later.
But he says later. Chris,
No, but I would have to agree though as far as Dressrosa. Dressrosa, it's such everything about it, including like just how much of a villain Doflamingo is compared to um also like the insurmountable odds that they had to overcome. Not only were they fighting against Doflamingo, but they basically had to contend against part of Blackbeard's crew as well. You also had Sabo and stuff like that coming out of the woodwork finally, so you finally really got to meet him and see what he's like nowadays. There's just so much to Dressrosa.
Plus, it was
Why don't
emotional. It was an emotional story because, like, you had Ace's devil fruit in the mix too, and like you're just like, is it gonna fall into the wrong hands? You know what I mean? So
I rewatched the
Yes.
scene in Japanese because someone told me that if you cried watching it in the dubbed version, that if you watch it subbed, that you're definitely gonna cry. The scene
It hits so
of
much harder.
Luffy reuniting with
The
Sabo for the
emotion.
first time, and him basically being like, "No, that's my brother's devil fruit. I'm gonna win it in the Coliseum." And he goes, "It's my brother's too." And he goes, "No, you can't, you liar!" Like, bro, no, you're lying to me.
No, and
Oh,
that's the thing too about the Japanese voice actors. Like the way how they portray their emotions, it's not necessarily through the words. It's
it's
how they carry their voice, and it's such a powerful emotion when they decide to like really pour it all in there.
Mm-hmm.
Um but obviously we already know what your least favorite arc is. Punk Hazard.
Same.
You've already mentioned that one.
So
yeah. If
Um
I could never have to watch Punk Hazard ever, I would have definitely loved that.
so what's your second one? Mine would be Thriller Bark.
I actually liked Thriller Bark. It was
The only good thing about Thriller Bark to me was Luffy putting the zombie back in the ground.
that was
That's it.
hilarious. He pushed him back
He's
into
like,
the ground. He's
"No,
like,
no,
"I don't
no,
know
no.
what to
Get
do."
there.
He's just getting shoved back into the ground.
That's literally the only thing. That's the only thing that was good about that arc to me.
Well, I mean, I will say,
he just goes up and starts pushing the zombie.
He
I
just
will
drops
say,
his shit,
nothing
bro. It's like,
happened in
what?
Thriller Bark. So nothing happened in Thriller
Well, you
Bark.
got
So
oars, bro. Oars.
no, nothing happened. We
Yeah,
got, we
nothing
gotta
happened.
remember,
Oh, yeah,
nothing
well,
happened.
so-
Nothing happened in Thriller
Yeah,
Bark.
yeah. So that I kind of forget about that. So in the same way you separate Roof Piece and Wano,
Yes.
I separate Nothing Happened in Thriller Bark because they're technically leaving Thriller
That's
Bark at that
valid.
time, right?
No, that's valid. That's right at the
So,
tail end. No, okay.
Yeah.
That's
So
valid.
screw Thriller. Like I said, the only
Yeah,
good thing
Nothing
about
Happened
Thriller
is its
Bark
own
is
arc.
them
He
putting the
says that's
zombie in
his
there.
own thing.
Nothing Happened is a 1 episode arc. That's all you need.
It's actually
If I
2
had to
episodes,
pick a
right?
second, if I had to pick a second least favorite arc, I would have to say
Fishman
that, like,
Island.
I was just gonna say Fishman Island was not that good. Like, it was, I know why it was important and I know what they were trying to do, but I
Well,
didn't really like it all
so
that much.
Fishman Island, so Dressrosa is the culmination of Fishman Island. Like the only reason why they're in Dressrosa is because of Fishman Island. You know what I mean? Because the candy or whatever. So,
Yep.
but yeah, because of what's this freaking fish dude? Oh my god, Jinbei. Holy shit, I'm tired. I can't even think of Jinbei. Oh my god, the big blue fish man.
To be fair, he's only been on the crew for like 2.5 years.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a new
Obviously.
recruit still.
He's number 3, bro. As Dan
He's
I
still a
says.
new recruit.
He also joined them and then took forever to freaking join them. Like,
Well, he
it
had
was
to
crazy.
he had to settle his affairs before he could officially join because he didn't want to disrespect Luffy's offer or whatever, right? So he had to deal with Big Mom basically, and that's what I was talking about, Dressrosa, and then Wano. Like Wano is actually like the continuation of Fishman Island, so. It's crazy how it like just ties everything together like that. So
I
Well,
will
it's
say,
like, so I always equate it to Fishman Island is the unofficial start of the Wano arc
pretty much, yeah.
because everything leads literally up through to Wano.
They're just like, let's deal with Fishman Island situation, and then they just keep on going, and then you get the Dressrosa because they're dealing with that shit, and then you get the what was the next Whole Cake Island, I think, right? And then you go to Wano, so or
well, they had
whatever.
to hit
I'm
Zoe.
missing
Don't forget about
something, yeah.
Zoe in there.
Yeah, I was gonna
Zoe's
say.
in there.
Yeah, but everything's like because Fishman Island happened, they're just chasing the
The next
situation
thing,
out
yep.
of Fishman Island, and there's like it's like that it's like the Hangover, right? Like the movie
Is
The
this-
Hangover. It's like
They're just
this
tracing it
happens,
through the
and
steps.
then you just keep on going, and like where did we end up? Well, we're here now. You know what I mean? Like, how did we get here? Well, it's because of that damn Fishman Island. You know,
Yes.
Sanji and his damn nosebleed was sure Hoshi. So them damn mermaids, bro.
Yup.
Man. We also met Caribou there. Don't forget about him. He's so important. Don't realize-
he's very important. Yeah.
People don't realize Caribou is so important. Nam hates that I love Caribou so much. It frustrates him every time.
What's he got?
Every
The
single
glorp?
time.
Don't he have the glorp fruit or whatever?
Yeah, he's a swamp fruit or some stuff. He can like
Yeah.
suck things up into himself and he just like stash it all. Dude, he
So
fed
stupid.
Luffy. Dude, like how can you not love the man? Luffy was starving and he's like, I might have a little bit of food saved up for a while. Luffy eats
slimy.
all of it and he's like, that's
Slimy
my
ass
whole
food."
food. It's all my food. That was everything.
One good act does not redeem the man.
I don't know. He fed Luffy though.
He's a traitor, but he's a traitor now.
Doesn't
He
He's
is a
on
traitor now.
Blackbeard.
Yeah, but I mean, okay. So pause game. I also think that there's a sword member on Blackbeard's crew as well.
Well, there has to be. There's one in every crew because somebody's got to fight Zoro.
No. That's not what he's
No.
talking about.
Oh.
We'll cover that
Sword,
one.
like
We'll cover that one in a minute. We'll get to that one in a minute, okay?
Oh, you're talking about the Navy? Okay.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. You get what I'm saying now.
So, moving on though real quick.
He's like, don't.
What arc could be dropped from One Piece and it wouldn't make a single impact to you story-wise?
He's gonna say no. He can't say Punk Hazard because then Law and
because all
Wano
of
couldn't
that's so
happen.
good. Yeah.
Not to mention also the information about devil fruits teleporting
Mhm.
to the nearest
Well, you met what's his name?
closest fruit.
Momonosuke and
Kinemon.
Kinemon there. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, you met them there. That's how we got. So that's not the right one. So Thriller Bark it is.
If
What about
Oh
Okay.
yeah, Brooke. Well, we could.
So-
They met him before, right?
No,
They
They could be
technically
its own
met
thing
him-
too.
they met
They
him
met
before,
going
but
into
they
it.
they met him at the start
And-
of the Florian Triangle, but they had to get his shadow from Thriller Bark.
Well,
so.
they can get it from. We can just skip over that and just assume
Yeah, but
we
then
got
Zoro
it. Then we go
wouldn't get
straight to
Shusui
nothing
either.
happened.
No,
No, we
you
go
can't-
straight to that.
You can't because he has to beat him. Like it's part of it.
So what arc, Syko? What arc do you think?
If we were removing an arc from
That
One Piece
wouldn't
with
affect.
no effect,
Yeah.
with no effect,
There's one correct answer for you, by the way.
I probably know the answer.
Nam's gonna
Nam
like
likes
this.
to hate on it.
I was gonna say Nam's gonna really like this answer because Arlong Park feels like the one that you could probably remove in it.
Oh,
This is the wrong answer.
not
Because
Arlong Park.
Nami.
But Nami's story could resolve in so many different ways without having to beat him.
Yeah.
It could, but she wouldn't have the same kind of emotional impact, which cements her as a part of the crew that she had with Arlong.
Plus, it wouldn't be the hook, line, and sinker for a lot of the people that's like, just starting out. You know what I mean? There's like, oh shit, this is how One Piece really is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was like the first true emotional scene that we actually got.
You want me
See,
to tell you the correct
Didn't even
answer,
feel like that.
probably?
What
that
is your
Nam probably
guys'
thinks?
thought for a correct answer?
Well, I think that Nam thinks that the correct answer is actually the freaking what the hell is his name? The Afro dude. The games. Long Ring Long Island or whatever.
Yep.
Oh, you're
That-
talking about Silver Foxy then. Silver
Yeah.
Fox Foxy.
Actual Peak. He wants to remove Actual Peak from the show.
So I don't like Foxy. I absolutely abhorred
The
that
Davy
arc.
back fights. The
But
Davy
the
back fights are
building
important
of
because
that's exactly the building of what Davy back fights are and how they were played commonly by pirates is so important, because it was more common, I feel, that these people were cheating in these Davy back fights to get their crew members rather than actually being fair in these Davy back fights. And I feel like that was a very important thing that we had to experience, was being absolutely hating on Foxy and his freaking shyster ass, cheating ass bullshit ways. We don't like Foxy. If you like Foxy, you're wrong. Bad.
Plus, we get to see Afro Luffy, man.
Afro
Come
Luffy
on.
was peak One Piece. I will say that.
And
because
also,
the Afro always makes you cooler.
exactly. And
tougher.
also, like, in order to fully understand the end of One Piece, you have to know how to do, have to know how Davy backs work, because it's going to be a battle between Buggy and Luffy for the One Piece. In a Davy back fight.
I don't like
That sounds dumb as fuck.
Foxy, though. I don't think Buggy's
I don't even think Syko understood what I said. He didn't even register what I said.
Also, no, you said Buggy and Luffy are gonna be in a Davy back fight, but how? Like,
at the end of One Piece, the finale of One Piece is gonna be Buggy versus Luffy in a Davy back fight. For the whoever wins gets the One Piece.
That's stupid. No, so you could easily explain Davy back fights at any other point in the story and not have that cheating ass stupid Silver Fox Foxy. We'll cover him in a minute.
But they have to
and then also you could have Afro Luffy in another arc, give us more Afro Luffy, and make it even better.
We need an example of good fruit, bad user, and Foxy is one of those perfect examples of good fruit, bad user. We need those more, and I feel like Foxy was so important for that too. We need more of those good fruit, bad user combos, because like there's a lot of good fruit, good users, bad fruit, good users, but there isn't really a lot of those people that are just absolutely trashing on an amazing devil fruit potential. Like, I don't know.
That's actually a good ideal, to go through and talk, like, think about some of those things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because there's a lot of users that like could be utilizing their fruit so much better, or there are some users that like Katakuri, he's using a Paramecia type devil fruit as a Logia type power. Like, it's almost expressing full Logia type, but it's only Paramecia. Like, that's craziness. Like, people don't realize, like, good fruit, good user makes a huge imagine if I don't know if I can say anything about that. Does Moondog read manga?
No,
Moondog does not read manga.
Then I won't talk. I won't
spoil things.
I won't talk about that. Then that's manga stuff. We'll leave that out.
All right.
Don't pull me. One thing I will say, speaking before we move on away from the Davy back fights and stuff, when the One Piece live action gets like, I was really hoping to see Luffy and Afro, but I don't think we're gonna get to see that.
Probably not.
Inaki Godoy, I was hoping to see him with an Afro.
However, I do see that he could potentially actually pull that off at another point in time, like just a random callback, right? Because he's constantly pulling stuff from the manga.
Yeah. Imagine
so
live action
do it just randomly. I refuse.
I want to.
Imagine live action his ship, the grandstands that come up on the shoreline, like all
Netflix.
Yes. No.
Netflix, we need that.
You need to just not even be a hater.
Burning
right now.
it to the
ground.
You
need to understand that is gonna be peak live action One Piece. That's gonna be peak.
Garbage piece is what that is. All right. So, with the exception of Long Ring, Long Land,
he doesn't like my answers.
What arc would you like to see remade in this newer art style?
Why would you take away my answer, Nom?
Because it's a joke answer.
The newer art style. Honestly, like it would have to be something with a little bit more action if we're going for something to be remade in the newer art style, because that's like what the newer art style is promoting the best, is those action scenes, that flash, the boom, the power. I feel like
Well, keep in mind they can also rework battles to just be
Mm-hmm.
flashier. They don't have to necessarily be the exact same animation because now that it's a sharper animation style, right?
they
Maybe
can
they can
fill
get
in.
exactly, they can do more. Maybe they can actually show it at a slightly faster pace and fill in more animation in between too.
I got an answer for this too, but I'm gonna let Syko go first because so he don't steal my answer.
So I don't steal your answer. I'm
Yes.
thinking I'm thinking Dressrosa arc, just because like I don't know, I feel like there was a lot of power use, there was a lot of like destruction, building moving, like terraforming happening from like
You got the threads
Pika
coming in,
and
right?
stuff like that. The threads all, I feel like every bit of that could be just made so much better. Pika especially, like him moving the mountain, turning the whole castle into this giant mound, his body parts being left all over the place by
His head.
Zoro. His yes, like all of that could just be so much better with the art style. Like I feel like it would have to be Dressrosa arc would have to be the remake on that.
Dofi would really get a lot better representation with that too, being that like he's such an imposing villain, but he really got kind of let down by just the fact that he was still held back by the aged animation that they had at the time. Like I think that we would really be looking at somebody who could be even more imposing appearing than even Kaido was.
And you
And
got that
Kaido
drip.
benefited from that
Especially
newer
since
art
I was
style.
gonna say, especially since he was just dressed up all the time. He wasn't like in battle attire or like wearing any kind of armor or nothing like that. This man's wearing pink slacks, freaking pointed toe shoes, walking
The
around
feather jacket.
everywhere, just feather.
The
Yeah,
fucking
he's got that feather
teardrop
shoulder.
glasses.
Dude, oh,
Yes.
his glasses just on point all the time. Like yeah, no, you can't.
Drippy.
The man's knows style. He's walking around like a crime boss. Like he's not phased by nothing. He's just in his own
he
league.
he his walk literally reminds me of like what's his name, that Irish MMA dude that just got
Conor
embarrassed.
McGregor
Yeah,
when he
Conor.
walks in all
Yeah, literally
Mhm.
Dopey literally walks like him in a
He
way.
does.
He don't swing his arms quite that way, but like because he's got them
He
No,
in his
he
might as
just swings
pockets,
well,
his
right?
yeah.
legs that way. He just swings
Yeah.
his legs that way.
Dopey's always got his hands in his pocket because he's like, yeah, I don't need my damn hands.
Apparently
No,
his character was framed after like Yakuza bosses.
Oh yeah.
That's and apparently they will walk around with their hands in their pockets and do those little flashy like boisterous leg
yeah.
movements while they're walking
It's like
around.
Sanji. Sanji does the same shit, except he just doesn't
Sanji
have that
definitely
kind of
does.
walk. He's
He's
got a
not
more
as
elegant walk.
I was gonna say he's more like lady killer walking rather than I'm the king of everything.
Yeah. It's like
That's
bow
part of
before
the
me,
problem right now.
peasants.
We can't say anything more on that one.
Yeah.
No, that is a good answer though, and I would agree that Dressrosa could really benefit from that. Tyler, go
I
ahead and
think
tell us it's Marineford.
no, actually not Marineford. I would like to see like
Oh,
Arlong Park, honestly, and not only just like do it with remake what we got. I would like an actual like a remake of
Redo the fight
like
scene.
the
the
actual
whole
manga.
thing. Yeah, like actually add to it, with the new animation. I feel like that would be really cool, because we got a lot of action. We got Hachi versus Zoro there, and like imagine that in like the new animation plus like added scenes and stuff like that. We got Luffy and Arlong, like it's a crazy time, honestly. So, but yeah.
Okay.
Was.
Um, the one arc that I'm gonna actually recommend, it includes a secondary arc because this one is like an overfilling arc, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's one that I always talk about. You guys are probably Tyler, you're probably sick of hearing about it. Water 7.
No, I mean that's a perfect arc, you know, because
Wa-
Water Seven
Water
is
7.
awesome.
I mean, one, you have the whole city and everything around it. You
You
have
get
the
to see
It would be
entire
beautiful.
you get to
the
see the
sea
Frankie
around,
dance, bro.
the Frankie crew and stuff like that.
All the boys.
And then you get to Annie's lobby. Or is it Annie's lobby? I think it's Annie's lobby.
What is it? Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
like
they ride the train or whatever, right?
Yep.
you would
With
have
Granny.
them shooting down the flag. You would have Robin redeclaring her desire to live again, which, my God, in the new art style would just look so
Can we
heartbreaking
just
and
talk
so
about
beautiful.
how seeing Luffy beat the crap out of Pigeon Man in the new art style, but the old like arc wouldn't can we just say how amazing that would be?
It
That's
would
what I'm
be
saying.
amazing.
The
Yeah.
transformation when he goes gear 2
Poor
and gear
Rob
3 against
Lucci.
him.
Mhm.
Holy.
Peak, bro.
You
And
gonna
that's what
bring
I'm
out your
hoping.
gear 2? Show me
I
that
don't.
form on your wanted poster.
I really hope that the remake at least goes that far. I hope that it goes at least to the time, you know, to like around that part. You know what I mean? So
And like Frankie joins the crew.
yeah.
And then that's when they end it, maybe.
And then maybe even after that, like up until like which one comes first? Like Thriller, is it Thriller Bark or Punk Hazard? Thriller Bark, ain't
Thriller.
it?
Thriller Bark
Thriller
comes
Bark,
first,
so
then
much
Punk
earlier.
Hazard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Punk
So
Hazard is post time skip.
yeah. So I would enjoy if they like if they do the remake and just do it up until the time skip. Honestly, I think that would be perfect because I know they're not gonna redo the whole thing. So like up until the time skip is great. I think so. But
Yeah.
Okay.
and
Um,
hopefully Wick cooks. So
I have a feeling that they're going to, right? Like they have all the backing of Netflix's
Netflix, yeah.
pockets. They have the blessing of Oda. Like there's no
Mhm.
way that they're not going to be able to nail it.
I guess we're gonna find out in January, probably. I think it is, right?
I thought it was February.
It might be.
I think it's February.
It's next year, so
Quarter 1
yeah.
next year.
Um, but let's move on now from arcs over to characters. And we're going to start with my first one. If you had to equate any character to a literal piece of shit, why is it Silver Fox Foxy?
I feel like
Serious question.
I feel like this is a slightly loaded serious question, but I don't know. Foxy's pretty crappy just in the simple fact that he was literally attempting to steal Robin and Chopper from the crew. Like
Not Chopper,
can-
man.
like literally anyone else but Robin and Chopper. Like you could take Zoro, you can take Sanji. Like I'd be sad, but Zoro can live on another crew. He's fine. He's a strong boy. He can handle himself. But not my Chopper, not my Tony Chopper. And no, Robin had been through way too much at that point in time, had not gotten any resolution for anything at that moment. She's still a fragile little egg at that moment. She needs to be just like nurtured and loved and nestled. You can't let either of those two be messed with. And like he didn't even try to take Nami. He just straight up was like, "No, I want these two. We're gonna
Nami's
really
too
like
hard
tug
to
at your
handle,
heartstrings."
bro.
That's what I'm saying. He's like, "We're gonna really tug at your heartstrings. We're taking the two you guys definitely don't want gone." No, I would say that's why he's a poo poo. 100%. He tried to take
Awesome.
Robin and Chopper. You can't touch Robin and Chopper. Even though
Awesome.
Robin's demon mommy now and freaking Tony Chopper knows how to be a big old baddie when he wants to be too. He can freaking slap. He can definitely put some hurt in.
Yes, he
Monster
can.
Point.
All right, so moving on from the more satirical questions, let's get into something a little bit more serious. Who is your favorite character of One Piece? And I'm pretty sure that's pretty obvious.
I mean,
By the way, I'm not pointing for myself.
Daddy?
You know, I already knew the answer.
Daddy. The greatest swordsman of all time. This
Not
guy,
yet.
Zoro.
He's not. He's not that
You
yet.
know,
He's Mihawk is.
Mihawk taught him.
But he
Mihawk taught him.
He
It doesn't matter that he
defeated him
hasn't
yet.
beaten it. It doesn't matter that he hasn't beaten him. He cut
Zoro
Kaido.
does.
He cut Kaido.
That is true.
That's
true.
good enough. I don't
What-
hear
yeah, what has
anything
Mihawk
about.
done?
I was gonna
Yeah,
say I
what
don't
has
hear nothing
Mihawk
about
done?
Mihawk cutting Zoro.
What's that little
cutting,
bitch done? Huh?
Nope, not a fucking
Where
thing.
you
He
at?
didn't cut Kaido. Didn't cut Kaido. He didn't kill King. Just saying. Just saying.
He's
This
got
guy
a point. He's got a
guy
point. Spit facts here.
He's like greatest swordsman of all time. Right here. Go.
Well, that was an easy question.
Zoro definitely.
So I
Yeah,
like
Zoro's
that.
definitely my
Yeah.
favorite.
I think
Yeah,
the next one's
100%.
gonna be a little harder though.
Not necessarily for this guy, but we always have to ask because a lot of the times everyone's favorite character usually is a Straw Hat, and it's hard not to, right? I mean, they're literally the focus. There's so many different characters on that crew. There's always going to be someone that somebody likes more than somebody else.
Yep. You can always relate to a Straw Hat.
So, who's your favorite non-Straw Hat?
This has been brought up to me in multiple occasions, and I have a confident answer every time. It's he gets so misrepresented because he was part of this very, very bad organization at first. But like people can change, people can go through things, and people can experience these arcs themselves, even if they're a villain. He was the number 2 baddie for
Buggy.
Baroque Works.
Oh.
And then he comes back. Bon Clay.
There you
Literally
go. Okay.
my favorite non-Straw Hat in the entirety of One Piece is Bon
That's a good
Clay.
answer. That's a really good answer.
He can't be beat. He was in Impel Down with Luffy. They went through the literal shit together. Bon Clay kept him going even when he was ready to quit. Bon Clay was like Jiminy Cricket when he didn't even have to be. He could have just been baddie and just freaking dipped like everyone else, but he didn't. He was honorary Straw Hat through and through. The man, Bon Clay, hands down, best non-Straw Hat in the entirety of the show.
Technically, wouldn't he actually be a Straw Hat? Sorta, right? At the fleet?
No, he never officially joined, and Luffy never officially asked him to become a member.
But he's
Correct.
like an
So, like,
honorary, right?
That's why I said he's definitely honorary, but he's not a Straw Hat.
Honorary is unofficial, so you know.
That would be like saying that Bartolomeo is a Straw Hat.
He
part of
is.
the
He's
Straw.
the
No, he's
leader.
part of the Straw Hat fleet. He is not a Straw Hat pirate.
He's the leader.
There's a difference.
He's the leader of the Straw Hat social media, bro.
Okay,
That's fine, but that still doesn't make him a Straw
I'm
Hat.
starting a Twitter fan page for Anime Degens, and I'm going to be the head of Anime Degens now. How about that?
He's got you there, Tyler.
Oh,
We're cooked.
I don't know.
Oh, we are so good. We are so over. It's so over.
I feel like Bon Clay, hands down.
That's a good answer, though. It's a really good
best
answer.
non-Straw Hat.
I feel like a lot of people gravitate towards him as this answer too. For me, it's Law, but like Bon Clay is definitely like a really like top 3. I think top 3 pick probably for me. So.
I do say I see why you like Law. As we've gone through the arcs,
and it's
I see
not just
why
because
Law
of his
definitely
woman form.
No, it's he knows how to be intelligent in a battle. He knows how to delegate the forces. He knows how to operate via his own powers while also utilizing other people with his powers as well, which is the best part. Like him rooming other people around to be like little missiles for freaking shit. Like that's some insanity. Like that's some big brain shit right there. Law people, if anyone puts hate on Law, they're so wrong. They need to turn that right around to some respect.
Look at Law's position in the like pirate pirate world, right? Like his ranking kind of, right? And look at his crew. They don't match.
Mm-mm.
Why are they there? Because of law, you know what I mean? So
Like, well, you got a supernova like that for the captain. Like, I
yeah.
mean,
Like,
dang.
do you even know any other of his crew besides
I feel like
freaking
it's the same
Panda?
for Kid too. I feel like it's the
Beppo.
same for Kid
No,
though.
well, kid's got a couple
Kid
at
is killer.
least.
No, Kid is killer.
Kid
That's
has
it.
Killer.
Yeah.
That's it. That's his Zoro. And just like Law has his Beppo. Like,
Yeah, but like what like besides like Sulong, like where I like what does Beppo have? You know what I mean? Like he ain't shit.
I mean, low
So
key,
Beppo can
Sulong.
swim.
How's that? I was just gonna
honestly,
say he's a polar bear. That, I mean, low key
Did I
being
call
a
him
polar
a panda
bear.
earlier? I think I called him a
You
panda.
did.
Oh well.
You did call him a panda.
The panda. Yeah, but we were
JJK.
talking about JJK earlier, so I knew what you meant.
But anyways, but the thing is like Law is like he. I think I don't know. Like it's so crazy that like he's in the position he is as far as like the power scaling or whatever. But it's all because of Law basically. So because we don't even get to see like Beppo do Beppo like hardcore Beppo. Beppo's kind of like Chopper, right? Like until he like goes to his other form, like he ain't shit. And
He's
then even
not.
then, like what is he? Like he's not the best unless like he's got the moon and shit, right? You know?
Doesn't he have the representation of being the pet of Law's pirates anyway? In the same way that like Chopper has
Probably
the
because
pet bounty.
the other people they might as well not even have faces, bro. Like they're
I
no name bullshit.
I
Crew
will
members.
say though that it hurt me a little bit when you trash talked my Sulong like that. Like,
I mean, I like Sulongs, but like they ain't got shit on
what are
like
you
real
saying
power.
though? Sulong is so strong though. Like they were literally fighting against like
when they have
freaking
the moon, right?
Sparrow and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
I get that the moon is a huge limitation, but like,
I'm just
I don't know.
saying,
Maybe
there's-
Dr. Chopper can do some fancy dancy moon pills and give them the ability to Sulong.
I
not
mean, that would go
Sulong.
crazy, honestly. But like 90% of the time, Beppo is like about as useful as like he's even less
Well-
useful than Chopper because Chopper can at least do something.
Didn't
You know?
Chopper
Yeah, but
give
Chopper
Beppo
can't
rumble balls?
swim.
Didn't
Yeah,
Chopper
but
give
Chopper don't need
Beppo
to
rumble balls
swim.
though?
I don't know. Did he?
I'm pretty sure Chopper gave Beppo like rumble balls of some type. And rumble balls are like DNA specific. So like they would be like Beppo rumble balls.
That'd be pretty cool to see then. I don't think we've
Beppo
seen
balls.
that though. Yeah, Beppo balls.
Beppo ball. Don't say that. That sounds bad. I'm doing a you.
But yeah, I think I like I said, Law is a good choice. I think Law, freaking Bon Clay, and I don't know what the other one would be. You know, probably like the bunny. What's her name? No, actually Yamada.
Yamato. Yeah.
Yamato. Yeah. Yamada.
So apparently, like I thought, Beppo did get modified medicine during Wano that he used when he fought against Blackbeard and them, which lets him transform into Sulong in the day.
Oh, that's
so
actually
he did
insane.
transform
then.
into a Sulong.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Because he did when he fought. And then he swam away.
And then it reminds me of that duck song.
I was gonna
right?
say,
I
had to confirm because I'm not the best at memorizing things, but
wait, no, I'm just saying that it reminded me of that damn duck song. And he waddled, and he waddled away.
Waddle.
He swam, and he swam away.
I mean,
okay.
Law wouldn't have been able to swim, so
yeah,
exactly.
Beppo saved his ass there.
Beppo is infinitely more valuable than Law right now. Argument
Currently
has been solved.
Well, pause game though. Beppo wouldn't have been able to swim away if Law didn't do what he do. So make sure you put the little bit
Put
of
some respect
respect
on
onto
his
Law.
name.
Yeah, you gotta put a little respect on that Law right there.
I'm not saying law's useless. What I'm saying is Beppo isn't useless.
I agree with that. No, I agree with that. I like
Okay.
that.
I'm
Beppo's
not gonna. Yeah, I'm not
and
gonna go down
no,
that path.
Sulong is Sulong. We love Sulong. You can't
Alright,
hate on
We do
Sulong.
love Sulongs, but it's so limited, bro. Unless Chopper does his thing.
If
or
we
whatever,
got Chopper magic, though, we love
Yeah.
Chopper magic.
Okay.
Favorite villain?
There's only one right answer.
Yeah. Doflamingo for 100%.
No, that's wrong. It's Buggy.
No. Yeah, Buggy's not a villain. He's literally friends with Luffy. They're bestest friends.
No,
They're not. He's not a villain.
Did you not see him in the freaking Cross Guild, bro? He's a villain.
No, he's not.
He's just a
He's
figurehead.
He's a prisoner.
Of a villain
He's a
group.
prisoner of a villain group. He's a
No.
prisoner. He's the freaking. He's got Stockholm syndrome. He does not want to be there. He's being forced to. He loves it, but he doesn't.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Doflamingo.
Okay, yeah,
Doflamingo.
perfect. That's my answer too.
Perfect villain. He's literally he represents all of the bad in humanity all at once. Everything.
He still hasn't even been topped.
That's what I'm saying.
Can't even top him.
But like, this is how good he was as a villain.
He's the coolest villain too. Like he got
his ass beat, and they didn't just like kill him. They didn't just like do anything crazy. They literally like hid him all the fuck away, like locked him up. Like he's not even allowed to talk to people. I know, that's so sad.
But they didn't
like
take
at least let him have his furs. But not like, bro. They literally had to silence him. Like they did not want anything. Like he's the baddie. He's the bad baddie.
I will say that I think that Blackbeard has a chance to be one of the better villains of the series.
He has to choose to be a villain yet.
Well, I think he is. But he will never be the coolest villain. That will always be Doflamingo. So
this is gonna take probably the wrong way from some people, but I don't feel like Blackbeard has done anything villainous so much so yet as just being a good pirate.
That's why I said that I think that he has the potential to be a good villain, because we ain't got there yet. But like he's on that path.
Oh, he's 100% down the path. He's so far down the path that it would be an uphill battle for him to get off of the path.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see him as unsavable. That's what I don't know.
As Dan would say, he's got the drill. He's got the drill that pierces heavens, and he's drilling like crazy, and there's no way to stop him.
He's on a bit of an unhinged streak. He is a little insatiable too. So,
but yeah.
All right, I got one for you guys. Sakazuki,
the donut maker.
Right. Akainu.
Yeah, the professional donut maker. That's what we're talking about.
That's your favorite villain? You like someone that killed our boy?
I hate
what
that
is
you
wrong
love him
with you,
so
dog?
much.
He's a villain, right?
He is a great villain.
He is living out his most desired justice, which just so happens to be a twisted representation brought upon by the five elders, and this man blindly follows it.
I will say, if Sengoku and Garp and them are looking at you like, brother, like you gotta get your shit in check, dog. Like, yeah, no, I agree. He's pretty bad. He's a pretty bad baddie.
And the crazy part too is like the man is damn near untouchable right now. Like he's at Navy HQ. He's not actually engaging with anyone or anything. And he's ultimately stuck behind all these other powerful Marines. Like, you have to get through all the vice admirals and the admirals and everyone else just to even get to him.
Mm-hmm.
So you have this guy who, I mean, he's pretty much as untouchable as Emu is, with the only exception being that Emu has literally the 5 elders in front of him instead.
Mm-hmm.
5 literal demons.
Demons if he's untouched.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
So I do want to talk about something else though, right? You were mentioning it earlier. A sword member in Blackbeard's crew.
Yes.
I wanna kind of talk a little bit more about this one theory in particular, because it's one that I've had for a while now. And there's a couple things that kind of help me point to it, right? And what we're talking about, Tyler, is Kizaru.
I mean, I feel
Aokiji, as he used to be known as.
okay. So
So,
you're talking about Aikiji Kuzan, right? You said Kizaru,
Kuzan.
by the way.
or yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry,
That threw
Yes.
me off, but yeah, after I made the connection that Syko wasn't talking about a sword user, he was talking about a sword member. I was like, maybe he's talking about Kuzan.
yes. And the biggest theory that I have leading into this one, when Garp attacked Hachiranosu, he went there specifically to rescue Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
Kuzan knew that. He had that on very, very good authority that that's exactly what he was there for. And sure enough, that's exactly what he was doing. Now, someone like Kuzan, doesn't matter if he's going up against Garp. He has the power to stop everyone there. Instead, he captures Garp, lets everyone else go.
Mm-hmm.
Garp is still alive. He didn't kill Garp. And I think that's because he has no intention of killing Garp. Because I think if he did, right, and he told Blackbeard that, Blackbeard probably wouldn't care as much. Being that Garp was gone. Right? Because Garp is that legendary of a figure. But I think Kuzan not only allowed Kobe to go back, so that way Sword can continue to grow, come up with an actual counter offense, and strike against them, right? Thus allowing Kuzan to actually be inside Blackbeard's crew, allowing him the greatest chance to strike at them as well. And this was all part of an arrangement made with the donut maker back when they fought originally, right?
Yep.
And then from there is keeping Garp alive, just trapped in ice, so that way when he finally does make his move, he can break Garp out, and they can both strike against Blackbeard, giving him the best odds.
Why else would they have stopped fighting if they weren't still allied? Wouldn't they have fought till the end?
I mean,
Like, they're both powerhouses like that. They're both not quitters. Like, I mean, I guess I could see Kuzan quitting. He seems like I just give up now. I'm just done. Like, he seems like that type. But I don't see Sakazuki doing that.
yeah, I don't know. I like your theory though. I think it has a lot of upsides potential to it. So, I mean, I think that might be a thing. So,
I feel a heavy feel he's undercover. Like,
oh yeah,
I
it
don't
makes sense
see
now.
him.
Yeah,
Why he would be fully like on the good guy's side. he wants good. That's the reason he left the government, was because he didn't want what the government was standing for. He wanted the real good to happen, which is literally what Sword does. Like, that's Sword's flagship thing. Like, so that's why I just feel like he would be part of that, like, big heavy creation wave to that organization.
Yeah, I mean, I think Oda's cooking right now. I think Nam's figuring out some of it. I think there's more to it though than what Nam is thinking, probably, because Oda's that's just the way Oda is. Nothing can be you know too.
Cut and dry like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. There's other shit. There's other stipulations probably in the works that we just that we cannot fathom right now. So
I have
be
a
interesting
question
to
for
see
you
though.
guys.
Mm.
I've just been thinking about it. You guys keep bringing up the Blackbeard pirates, in that if it were Straw Hats versus Blackbeards right now, like anime current, how do you think that battle would go?
Blackbeard.
I honestly don't think the Blackbeard pirates have as much of a chance as you would think. Blackbeard has to touch to get, like, the power to stop. Like, yeah, he's got the black hole, like, ability and all that stuff, but, like, I honestly think, like, the concentration of power that the Straw Hats has, like, fully prepared, like, staged up battle head to head, I feel like
Well, see the
If it
problem.
was
Blackbeard's only competition's Kuzan.
if it was a fair fight and it was 1v1, the Straw Hats would win. The problem is that Blackbeard's crew is built around win by any means necessary,
Yeah, but the
even if
only
it's
one that's even a
12v1.
threat, the only problem, the only person that's a real threat on their team is, like, Van Augur, really, because he can teleport and faithful shoot. Like, he can shoot accurately on anything. Like,
Well,
Van Augur and Kuzan.
he can teleport everyone else too, and anyone else that has a power, they can also use their powers
Yes,
freely without having to worry about the teleportation, right? So like if
but you're
your
acting like their
whole
powers are that good, though. Like, besides the fox chick, I don't know what all her legendary fruit entails, the Zoan one, but
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of like the powers that we still aren't even necessarily aware of not yet, right?
that's what I mean.
And all
Like,
that
what's
good
her
stuff.
power fully do? Like,
Well,
I
well,
just
see that's the thing too, Syko, is like we know what peak Straw Hats is right now at this point, right? We know what
we
peak
haven't
Luffy
really
is. We
seen
know
peak
what.
Frankie, though.
Well, I'm just saying, like, for the most part, we know what the peak powerhouses are on Straw Hats, but do we know what peak Blackbeard looks like? We don't.
Well, we
We don't know
watched a
what peak
bit of it at
Blackbeard.
Law.
Yeah, but like we
Well,
truly don't
and
know what
so
peak Blackbeard looks like. We don't know what
But
and
if
so
peak
that's
Law
looks
another
was
thing
like.
though too.
soloing them, though, that's what my thing is. Like, Law was literally soloing
But
the
was they
Blackbeard.
actually
Like,
trying that hard? You know what I
But
mean?
but here's another
that's
thing
We don't
valid.
too.
know.
Here's another thing that you have to remember too is that each of like the named people are captains in Blackbeard's fleet. They each have their own ship that they're in charge of, their own crews. And only one ship.
Yeah, but
Granted, yes, Blackbeard was on that ship, but one ship went up against Law, and it wasn't even the
if we're
entirety of
counting
his
that,
named
then
crew.
call Hajruddin, call freaking, like, okay, well, you can't call Bartolomeo because unfortunate, but we'll
What
talk.
is he gonna do anyways?
I
Laugh
mean,
at
the
him?
Berry is fucking unbreakable. Dude, Odin couldn't even break the berry fruit. Odin couldn't even break the berry fruit,
Remember when
bro.
you was talking about, good fruit, bad users? That's a good
Don't
example of that.
nope. I quit. I don't even want to be on this podcast anymore. No, I'm just kidding. I quit. He's shitting on my Bartolomeo. I don't even want to talk
Good
to
for
this
you
man
dumb
anymore.
users. How about
No.
that?
Nope. Bartolomeo is the best berry user that could ever possibly exist. You don't even talk to me like that ever.
But no, that being said, right now as it stands, if we're going based off of anime current power levels, I don't think that all the Straw Hats would stand up to the Blackbeard Pirates. I think that the Blackbeard Pirates would still have an advantage. Would they kill everyone on the Straw Hats? No. But they definitely would not be winning that battle and walking away with everyone alive.
I think we'd have to see a power up.
I still think you guys are underestimating like the power levels of Zoro and Sanji and them even not having gotten their full power ups versus these unknown powers that these guys might have. Like I said, Van Auger's best shot is teleportation. Yes, he can shoot, but look at God Usopp, bro. Like you can't tell me that you can shoot better than God Usopp. Like get real. But like I'm just saying, like
God.
the God Usopp, bro. Like he literally.
When's he gonna level up again? Come on, man.
So the biggest reason that is also in Blackbeard's favor, right? He spent years researching devil fruits, learning about very specific devil fruits. He's gone after devil fruits that he knows how to make them work and are giving them to people that can really bring out their best power. And then he's also forcing them to learn that power. I mean, and on top of that, he's already got the Yami Yami Nomi, plus he's got the Quake fruit. He's literally got the power to destroy the entire world. He can upend the entire battlefield in one hammer.
Yeah, but you're acting like Nika can't just put that shit back together all cartoon shit like he did his own face, bro. I'm just saying, like
he would, and that's what I'm saying is that Luffy would be able to counter him, but Luffy's power would probably run out before Blackbeard runs out of the ability to actually continue using his fruits.
While Zoro's and Sanji and Frankie and freaking Demon freaking Robin are going off at the same time, like Zeus from the Climb Attack. Like,
yeah,
I mean, bro,
there's a lot.
I agree that's so hard, but I'm such
because we just don't know. We don't know
about.
There's so many unknowns on Blackbeard, So.
Yeah, because he still hasn't revealed everyone's devil fruit yet.
Yeah, and like Nam said, he's specifically chasing devil fruits to give to his people, and like his people don't care. They play dirty. Them. But I think that he has. We just don't know that.
There's only a couple that he hasn't gotten that we know of, like the Opi Nomi, and then the one that Boa Hancock has. Like those two for sure he hasn't.
Well, he specifically tried to kill her for that reason. Like,
well, and he's trying to kill Law to get the Opi Nomi as well.
Mm-hmm.
like he's trying and he's failing at these ones, but there's also so many others that these people are now coming out with these abilities and we haven't seen how they've gotten them. All we know of is that they're doing, like, remember the chick in Egghead. But if these fruits were
so critical, why would he allow them to fail? Even if they don't fully know their powers, why wouldn't they have fully used what they do know at that point? Like, in the same way that Lucci went absolutely fucking balls to the wall to try and beat Luffy, and then Luffy pulls Gear 2 out his ass to fucking beat his ass the first time. Like, why didn't these people pull Gear 2 out their ass? Like, they're not even doing anything. They literally just got slapped up by Law by himself. Like I said, in Sulong fucking Beppo.
I don't think they want to show their hands just yet. You know what I mean? Well,
that, or I think that Law is more OP with his fruit than they were anticipating, and then they weren't anticipating Beppo being able to turn into a Sulong either,
which
right?
actually
I don't
true
think
occurs
anyone
lands a
was, yeah.
lot
But I
too.
don't think anyone, yeah.
It's just like
It's like with Carrot,
with
right?
Boa.
Like Carrot, and like nobody thought she was gonna go crazy like that, but she did, and it
Well,
messed up a lot of things.
I was gonna say too. Take Boa Hancock. He had her dead to rights, and the only thing that he was really ready to give up on all of his crew. The only thing that really stopped him was Silver Rayleigh being there.
Oh, I know. Because he
He
said
wasn't
turn it
ready to
all
take
back.
on
Yeah.
Silvers. And so if you take that into account, right? Like he's underestimating certain factors.
But if he's not willing to take on Rayleigh, and Rayleigh and Gabon are so willing to put in their faith in Luffy, what does that say about Luffy versus Blackbeard then? Like,
They believe that he has the potential to beat him, maybe not yet, but
so
he
you're
does
just
still
saying
have the
late form
potential to
potential.
get to that. Yeah, he's got
No,
that
that's
latent
valid.
potential in him.
And I
That's
also think
valid.
And
Blackbeard's smart enough to be like, hey, I don't want to take this battle. I got my eyes set on something else, and I don't have to take this
Well, yeah,
battle.
his longer goal isn't ever to just beat Luffy or anything like that. Like you said, he's on that fruit hunt right now. That's like his main goal at the moment.
Yeah, well,
You're
he sees like
very right.
Silver Rayleigh's, right, and them, and he's like, yeah, sure, I can fight them, and have a good chance of doing whatever I need to do, right? But like at the same time, he's like, I got other fish to fry. I don't
Oh,
need to mess with them. So
that's valid.
you know, that's my thinking to it. Like, it's not that he's scared of them. It's just like he ain't got time for all that. He's got other shit to do.
I feel
He's
like
on his own schemes.
there would be a lot more damage done. Like he would lose out. Like I think he would be worried about losing crew members, and like you said, that would overall
That's
affect
true.
his
Yeah.
thing. And I think that's the biggest thing about it, though, is like the Straw Hats would absolutely put a hurt into. Like I don't think that they would like overall win the battle. Like you said, if it was 1v1, Straw Hats hands down. Like we know
Plus,
that.
I think
But
Blackbeard versus Straw Hats is in game, like in game shit. You know what I mean? Like that's I think that's what Oda's cooking up. So
yeah,
that
it's feeling like
or
it's
they're
leading to
both
that.
or they're both semifinalists, and
yeah, like, or either so. In my head, I think that it's either gonna be like Blackbeard versus the Straw Hats at some point, like at the I'm talking about like we're in the end game now, right? But like I'm
yeah.
talking like end of end game type shit. Or it's gonna be Blackbeard or Shanks. I haven't figured it out yet, but I think it's gonna be one of those. So
And see, I'm still I think that you're on the right path. I think it's gonna be Luffy, Blackbeard, and Shanks.
like
And
two
that's
2v1 or whatever. I mean, it's a possibility, Like I said,
I
I
don't
think
see
those
it
three
really being
players
any other
are.
way. They have to
I think
be.
all three of them are in game though. So
I
and
was gonna say
Buggy of
I
course.
It's-
Buggy's gonna
no
be there,
Buggy.
bro.
No
I
Buggy. We're gonna kill
I,
Buggy off.
I literally want to get a poster of Buggy just so I can like throw darts and knives at it now. Like I literally want nothing more.
You watch to see Buggy is gonna be there, bro. He will be there somehow.
I really hope
Buggy's
not.
Buggy's
telling
head
you.
is gonna be chopped off, and he's gonna be sitting there
Bro,
on a shelf. That's what's gonna happen.
I know Nam has heard it a lot. Psycho, you probably haven't, but my theory on who is gonna get the One Piece is Buggy. Buggy is gonna fell up, and he's gonna be the one that gets the One Piece, and that's gonna be the joke. That's gonna be the ending. He's gonna fell into the One Piece, and it's gonna be like, okay, the end. I would love Oda so much if he did that, because that's the ultimate. That's the ultimate, like, joke, the Buggy joke.
You can ignore him at this point now. I typically do myself.
I don't. I want to say things, but my gasps are flabbered.
Yes.
All right.
Oh.
So, I think it's about.
Yes.
I think it's about time to ask the hard hitting questions, the real questions.
Yes. No,
To how would he?
these
Yeah, go ahead.
well, I was gonna say the one I want to get to next is a big one because obviously there's a lot of these. What are some of the most impactful moments to you? Moments that have defined the anime.
Man, there's a lot of them. Well, obviously, one of the first ones, nothing happened,
Oh
but
yeah, obviously yeah.
like nothing happened. Like
No, people. Only One Piece people get that.
um just like there was Kuma sending them away, Luffy thinking that he failed his whole crew like just before a time skip. Luffy thinking he literally lost everyone. He desperately dying on his knees. Like I couldn't even save a single one of my friends, and then Kuma comes up and just like whoop, and then you get time skip. That was a moment. That
Mm-hmm.
was such a moment. Um Kuma hits so many different moments. Like it's so sad. Like lately I hit that most recent Kuma moment, and that one absolutely sent me. That him in what he dealt with in his younger years, in like
As a
his
His
whole
buccaneer.
flashback
backstory
scene.
and his whole build up, and then like learning about him and his daughter and all that, like everything he went through his whole arc, like that was such an impactful thing. And then again, back to like Straw Hats, like just the arc of every single person realizing what the people of Wano have been going through for all those years, in each of their own individual realizations of the different levels of love that these people of Wano still feel, even though they just want to hate outsiders and be miserable, and they could be so miserable but they're not. They're just, I don't know, like that stuff. I'm getting goosebumps right now talking about it. Like it's just that stuff that's moving. You can't. The people of Dressrosa, like literally being just erased from existence, being turned into a toy, and then like all of them coming back in that like snap realization of the entirety of everyone's world coming back to them, and them realizing the devastation that they should have been feeling all those years. It like that stuff's so heavy, like people don't even realize it. Like One Piece has so many different moments that can be interpreted in so many different ways too. And like, yeah, you could look at everything in the lighthearted sense of it and not see any of that. But like the levity of some of these situations there too, like I like touching into some of the points that people probably really don't want to touch in on: the slavery, the corruption of government, the stuff like that. That's all big, heavy hitting stuff that really needs to be focused on in this, because there's a lot of shows that just avoid putting that in there. They only want the happy go lucky. They only want the feel good, and they don't realize that feel good feels good, yes. But when you put it in contrast to these extreme dark lows, that these feel goods feel so much better. Like there's so much, like it's like having a dessert after a big meal when you haven't had dessert in ages, and it's your favorite dessert that you've ever had. Like you can't beat it. Like you need those lows, you need that devastation, you need that depression, you need that sadness. It's like all of it is there, and I feel like Oda does such a good job swinging between those two. Like there's so many bad moments, like triggering moments that you could pick on, but there's also so many amazing, heartfelt, loving, like booming good feelings as well. So like it's easy to focus on one or the other, but I feel like the swing is the most important part of it. Like having both polarity is the key. Like it's easy to ride that road to feel good, but like Oda be swinging, dude. He hits some
Oda,
heartstrings, and
Oda
then
the
he
goat.
makes you feel it, and then you
I'll
love, and
still
then you're happy.
I'll still never forget the most impactful scene to me is probably still the Going Merry.
Oh, dude, my son watched
It's
that
like
in.
why would you cry over a ship? That's what people say. Are you crying over a ship? I'm just like, bro, it's not even just
You
a
don't
ship.
get it if
You
it's
you don't
not
even
just a ship.
understand.
It's the spirit of it. It's the essence, the
It's everything
memories.
about
Goodbye,
it.
Mary.
Oh, don't. My hearts, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's definitely a lot of really big moments in One Piece, and it's hard to forget some of those. And it's truly just a testament to how amazing this story was written, right? Like this is an anime that we had watched when we were kids for the most part, with the exception of you, Psycho, but these are moments that had still stuck with many of us for 10, almost even 20 years now at this point. So to be able to like look back at these moments and still be able to recall them and still feel emotional about them and stuff like that. I mean, this is no longer just like a story. This is like truly an epic witnessed in our time. Like we're truly getting a grand tale of no other kind of stature. So it's great to be able to like have these moments that you can always call back to and stuff like that.
I agree.
Um, really quickly, a fast one we'll do on this one here. If you had to pick a devil fruit for yourself in real life, which one would you choose?
Put him on the
That's a
spot. I like it.
that's a rough one. I've never really thought about it because honestly, I don't want to sound like one of those people, but I would probably be more like in the Zoro aspect of it. Like I would be trying to prove myself and my worth without the devil fruit. Like the devil fruit would almost feel like a cheat code for it. But if I were to have to pick a devil fruit, just like off of like easy devil fruits out there, I mean, you can't go wrong with Zoan type. Like pretty much any Zoan type, you pretty much just rocking. Like even if it's a shitty animal, you could be giraffe fruit, and you're still kicking, dude. Like you're still kicking. I'm just four sword style. He be kicking. So I'm just I don't
Got that long neck.
I I'm just saying like you get pretty much any Zoan type is an S tier fruit to have if you're gonna pick
I think
name
my
any
answer would be
animal.
lost.
Laws see, I like some of those bigger fruits, but then like you get into the bigger fruit, bigger responsibility. I'd be bad devil fruit user, good fruit. At that point, I don't want to do that.
He's like, I don't
Zoan
want to be
seems like
nominated
that.
for that.
Zoan seems like that middle of the road. You can't fuck it up. Like you're just Zoan. That's what it is. Like I'd probably go
I
Zoan if
got
I went with something.
I gotta say mine would probably be the Tori Tori Nomi model Phoenix.
Ooh,
Okay.
going with the little
Marco's fruit.
Marco action. That's a really good fruit, honestly. Like those legendary Zoans, they're legendary. They're on a different level. Like they automatically win.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good pick.
Not to mention though, his is more about like healing and stuff like that
Well,
and
yeah, the
regeneration,
rebirth of it.
right?
Yep, the healing fire and
Exactly.
everything. Yep.
And then were there any devil fruits that you really hated in One Piece?
Not the
And why is it the
users.
slow
Not
fruit?
the users. Devil fruits.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I was not the users, the devil fruits. Honestly, I I wasn't a big fan of what's the freaking dude that made the poison in Impel Down?
Oh, you
His
talking
fruit,
about freaking Afro?
the big guard dude. No, he made the
No, he's talking about the
Oh,
poison.
that
warden.
dude. Okay, I thought you. Okay, I thought you was talking
Yeah, the
about
big no,
Ivanka.
no Ivanka. I his devil fruit. No. He's one of my favorites too. But Bon Clay
but
definitely
yeah,
wins. But no,
the
the poison.
guard master dude or whatever,
Yeah, I
right?
can't remember what his. Yeah, but he makes that purple poison goop stuff.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I feel like that.
Okay.
That would
I
that
mean,
would
that's
that
a
would
good
be.
answer. That's a pool too, actually, because nobody remembers him. So,
That's yeah. No, I
unless
mean,
you do.
I feel like that one. I don't know what the fruit's name is, but whatever that
Probably
purple
doesn't
goop
matter.
is,
Yeah.
we could call him Ivan
Um,
Ooze.
mine would be
Power.
Caribou's. I hate his.
What? I love Caribou, and he keeps hating on everything I love in One Piece. Moondog is hating on
Magellan's
so much I love too. Magellan, thank you. That's his
Magellan's
name.
is the Doku Doku no Mi or the Venom fruit. And
The
then
other one's a
Caribou
swamp
has
fruit.
the Numa no Mi, which is the swamp fruit.
Numa.
Yep, the Numa.
The Numa fruit.
Psycho, if you had to convince somebody right now to watch One Piece, what would you say?
Zoro.
What if they don't? What if they don't know?
Like muscly sword dudes that can cut anything at any time for any reason and drink sake?
Spoilers.
Bro. He's the best swordsman in the world since he was a kid. This man, Zoro. That's how. One word, Zoro.
I like it. Okay, that's
It,
pretty simple. So, I mean, obviously we've sat here and we've I think like Syko like done One Piece like um convincing, like even if somebody hadn't watched One Piece yet and they made it this far or whatever. I think when Syko was talking about like impactful moments and stuff like that, and like I feel like that was a good convincing argument. So too, honestly.
I I will say the swings of One Piece definitely are what make it. Like that is the defining factor. Every character, even the lesser significance ones, all have their beautiful arc.
Mm-hmm.
They all do. And all of those arcs together is like a freaking masterfully crafted fireworks show. And there's no other way to describe it. And I can't wait to see the finale. But I will say that every bridging arc has been its own little thing. The something similar you could describe it to is if you ever watched Fantasia. I had to watch that on like teacher in service days and stuff like that at school. Like whenever you have substitute teacher, they put on Fantasia for you. So you watch that all the time. There's no words in that entire movie, but every single scene is so impactful. And I feel like One Piece is that same way. Like it's all just that beautiful flowing arc of upwardness in yeah, some of that's sadness, some of that's anger, some of that's hatred, but I feel like every bit of that is just boiling you forward. Totally.
Yes, all of that. Just watch One
Heck yeah.
Piece.
Yeah, One Piece. You can't go wrong. Like literally.
Exactly.
Like you like breathing, you like One Piece. It's simple. you
I
you
like
like
that.
breathing,
He's
you
not
like One
entirely
Piece.
wrong here,
I like that
chat.
logic.
He's not.
Okay.
So now that you've watched though 1100 episodes, Psycho, what's
1100
next for you?
1170 something episodes, excuse me. It's a
Yes.
lot more than just 1100.
You're current, we get it. What's next though? Any other animes that you're gonna start diving into or anything like that, or anything
I
of the sort?
I've got a small list formulated up and I've curated it with a couple of friends with some recommendations, some talking. We've got like Dawn to Dawn on the list. We've got a couple of like car animes on there. Obviously, you got like the main ones that are going crazy right now, like you got Jujutsu Kaisen and stuff like that. I got Solo Leveling on that list because everyone keeps telling me to watch that.
Or a
I've
farm.
literally I've literally been told to watch Solo Leveling by people that don't even watch anime.
Hey,
I will
Nom.
say that. So
Hey, erect.
but
Wakey, wakey.
Wakey, wakey.
I
Oh,
have
Alex Lay is great. He's awesome.
I have a few other ones on there, but like a lot of the stuff that I like watching, I haven't really found anything that comes close to it. So I just keep getting recommended by friends different animes that might be close to what I have watched that I've thoroughly enjoyed. Like I said, there's one anime that I watched and I have yet to find it to watch again. You find episodes here and there, but Darker Than Black. It was one of the better animes that I've ever watched. It just hit different buttons that others don't. The art style was its own. It was unique. It was fun. It was sad. It had all those feelings and emotional rides too. I feel like that's a hard part that you don't really get on a lot of animes these days. They're all one track. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just really like that everything, that mix of it all in there. Like
Exactly.
I want to feel it.
So now that you like One Piece, I got a recommendation for you. People who love One Piece love this show. Don't worry, Psycho. Don't even look into it. Just get on Crunchyroll, click play. Okay, it's
Okay.
Kaguya-sama Love is War, the dub version.
So I've
Has
watched a
absolutely
bit.
nothing to do
No,
with One
I've
Piece
watched
at
It
all.
is.
I've
But
watched
it is.
Kaguya-sama a few times. No, it's so
It
good.
has
It is
Ian
exactly
Sinclair
to
in
do.
it.
I was gonna say, isn't Brooke the narrator?
He is the narrator. It has
That makes it
everything to do with
100% linked to One Piece. 100%.
Not at all.
Does he say yo ho 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 ever?
Yes.
No.
I believe
No.
Moondog. Moondog said yes. I'm watching Love Is More. No.
He's literally lying to you right now.
You know, funny enough, honestly, I think I have probably like 7 or 8 of the episodes of Kaguya-sama watched so far, but I haven't really like watched it. So
The
I will
jokes,
say
man.
the
The humor.
jokes are S tier. They are
Ian
funny.
Sinclair
And
literally is the MVP of that show. So
it's
I'm
good.
not saying that other things aren't good. I'm just saying that Ian Sinclair is peak. So, and he is my favorite character of the show, even though he's not a character. So
Now, why were you offended that we were so happy that the narrator is also part of One Piece? Like,
Because he's not part of One Piece.
well,
I mean, he is. He is part of
No,
One Piece.
he's the narrator.
Nom, it gets sick of me talking about Ian Sinclair. By the way, it's like me talking about Megumi Ishitani. So, and Psycho don't know about that. We're gonna have to get him to watch Fan Letter, please.
Oh.
Somebody get him to watch. He's watching Japanese subs right now. So
It's a One Piece thing. It's a One Piece thing, okay?
Watch Fan Letter.
And actually, you would enjoy it. You will.
Well, it's so One Piece Fan Letter, Psycho. It's like a love letter to One Piece fans about the Marineford war or whatever, right? Like it's
no, Sabaody arc.
Yeah, Sabaody arc,
manga.
but like it also has like references to the war too, or whatever. So it's pretty cool. It's like a different perspective. It's like from perspective that it's like the perspective of like normal people that are fans of the Straw Hats, or specifically Nami, right? And like well no, like not just Nami. Like you have different people for like you got like a big dude, big admiral dude or whatever. He's a fan of Chopper or whatever. Like so, like you got all these
I'm a
like
fan of
normal
Chopper.
civilians and like other people getting to see the events that we seen of like Saibodi and like even Marine, like the war arc or whatever. We're getting to see that through the eyes of regular people, and we actually get to see like the Straw Hats through the eyes of regular people instead. It's like it's so Megumi Ishitani is literally a god. So
That's the
We'll have to-
director,
we'll
by
have
the
to
way.
check that.
That's the director of the episode.
thank you for explaining. I had to get all that out in one sentence. So one
You're
breath.
good. I
Yep,
assumed
you're
that he
fine.
was speaking of the director of the episode because there's been a couple of the episodes that I've mentioned that I absolutely loved
Yeah,
in One
10-15.
Piece, and he mentions
Megumi
that
Ishitani.
this is the director of that episode, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yes.
I never
yes.
would know that, but it's cool to know. It's cool to
Also,
know.
if you like opening songs, go watch the opening of Witch Watch. She is also the director of Witch Watch OP1, which is peak.
Which watch? Which watch?
Okay. That's it for me. I don't need. Okay, we've gone long enough. Okay, so okay, it's time to end the episode now. Syko, I want you to plug your stuff, and then we will close it out.
Hey, twitch.tv/psycho_slamma. So simple.
Yes.
Psycho spelled SYKO. Easy.
Yes.
Slamma is exactly like you think it would be.
In the slammer. Anyways,
Slammer.
all his link, will be in the description, like always. We also did a One Piece live action season 3.
2.
Was it 2? Yeah, okay. So we did a One Piece live action season 2 review, discussion review. I forget what all we talked about. Anyways, we did that with Syko actually too. That's been a few months ago when One Piece came out. So make sure you go check that out. I'll put that in the description too, because I feel like that was a really good episode. We talked about a lot of like the comparison between like you know, the One Piece
Different
anime
elements and stuff
and
like that.
the live action. And we had
how it progressed.
Yeah, and we had a fresh take on it because Syko, had just
Was still
watched
new.
One Piece or whatever. So, whereas me and Nam, we, or especially I'm speaking for myself, but like I'm forgetful. So, and I did not rewatch it. So, so it was a really good episode. But go check that out too. And that is it. So, we will see you next week for the weekly rundown, and then the week after we're looking to get some book club action in, possibly. So be on the lookout for that. If you're reading along with us, make sure you read. Go ahead and get your volume read. So
Yep,
that
up
way you
to
can keep
volume
up with.
2 for the 3 that we have,
Yep.
which is Ichi the Witch, Ultimate Exorcist Kiyoshi, and Kagurabachi.
Kagurabachi, yeah. So have them read, because we are probably gonna have that episode out at that time. So but other than that, thanks for listening. Make sure you rate us on the platforms, follow Syko, watch the One Piece live action stuff, and we'll see you on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whenever we are. Peace.
Later.